Hi everyone, in this video we have grade 8 chapter 4 section 2 probabilities, which is on page 130. We need the book for reading the questions, so open page 130 and 131. In this section on probabilities we study how to find the probability or the possibility of something to happen or the probability of something to not happen. The probabilities, we can use these names, these words, to show that this event that much is possible to happen or that much is likely to happen. The names are impossible, 0 chance, there is no chance to happen. Unlikely, which is possible but has a little chance to happen. As likely as not means 50%. It's possible to happen and not possible to happen, like the same chance, 50-50, to happen or to not happen. 75%, it's possible to happen and it has more than half chance to happen. And 100%, which is certain, which always happens, it must happen, certain. In example 1, it tells you determine the likelihood of an event. When it tells you determine the likelihood means use these words to show that how much it's possible to happen. It's impossible or likely or unlikely or certain, which one of them. A, it tells you rolling an even number on a number cube. Rolling an even number, we know in number cube we have these numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. The question is about rolling an even number. Even numbers in the number cube, we have 2, we have 4 and we have 6. We see in the possible outcomes of a number cube to happen, it is 2, 4 and 6. We see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 possibilities we have, and 3 of them are even. So the chances like 50-50, because 1, 2, 3 to happen, 1, 2, 3 to not happen. In this case we choose the chance which is half to happen. In the names of the likelihood to the event to not to happen or to not happen, the chances are the one which is 50-50 chance is as likely as not, because we said it's 3 possibilities out of 6 possibilities. 3 of them is even, 3 of them is odd, so we have as likely as not, means we have half chance to happen to get an even number. In B, asks you rolling 5, getting 5 when you throw a number cube just to get 5. We said in the number cube we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have these 6 numbers. Only one of them is 5, number 5. One possibility out of 6. So it's less than half, we know. Less than half, less than 50%. It's not impossible to get 5, but we have so little chance to get it. It's less than half. It's not impossible and it's not half chance to get, so it is unlikely. It's less than half chance to happen. So the main words to show that impossible, which is 0 chance. For example, I will ask you, we have a number cube, what's the possibility to throw the number cube and get 7 to get 7 on a number cube, we know in a number cube we don't have 7, we just have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's impossible to happen. This would be 0 chance. But to get number 5, we said it's not impossible because we have number 5 in it. It's possible to come, but it's not half chance. It is less than half, which is unlikely. In example 2 tells you we have a bag which contains 6 blue, 6 red, 3 green and 1 yellow. The probability to get a ball which is red is 3/8. What's the probability to get a ball which is not red? Always probability, we just use P. P, probability of something to happen plus probability of something to not happen together equals 1. So from that we got a rule which is probability of not happen equals 1 minus probability of happening. We have this rule which we can use it. This is the rule of probability of something to not happen, like the probability of not red. Probability to be not red equals 1 minus probability of getting red. We don't need this one. To find the probability of not getting a red is 1 minus the probability to get red. We know the probability to get red is (3/8). It's given. So the probability of not red equals 1 minus probability of red, which is 3/8. 1 minus 3/8. It's a number, it's a fraction, so we have to make same denominator. We know it would be 1/1. 1/1. To make it same denominator, we have to multiply this side by 8/8. So it would be 8/8 minus 3/8. 8/8 minus 3/8. We just made same denominator to multiply this one by 8/8. So 8/8 minus 3/8. Now through the probability to get a ball which is not red is 8 minus 3. It's 5/8. That's how we can find the probability of something to not happen. If you know the probability to happen that event, from that rule, probability to not happen equals 1 minus probability of happening, so you will get it. That's how you can find the likelihood of an event and the probability of something to not happen. And in example 3 we have something else which gives you the probability of something to happen asks you to find the probability of something else which is not happening, that event. You can read the question on page 131. Read the question on page 131, which is example 3. It tells you astronomers predict that the change of a giant meteor will hit the Earth in the next 20 million years is 80%. The probability of hitting is 80% in the next 20 million years. Now it asks you what's the probability that the Earth in the next 20 million years not be hit by a giant meteor. The probability of not hit equals how much? From the question it's given that the probability to hit equals 80%. The probability of not hit by a giant meteor equals 1 minus probability of hitting. We know that from the percentage directly you can find the rest. For example, it's 80%. What's the rest to make it 100%? We know it is 20%, or you can change it to decimal, which would be 0.8, and the rest is 1 minus 0.8 would be 0.2. By which way you think it's easier? Do by that way. You must make it 100%. The rest to get it is 20%. The probability to not hit equals, from that you can directly get it, which is 20%. 20% probability of not hit and 80% probability of hitting that. Or if you want to find it by decimals, even by fractions, 8 over 10, 0.8 the probability of hitting, probability of not hit equals 1 minus 0.8. The probability to not hit is 0.2, or 20%, or 2 over 10. That's how we can find something to not happen from knowing that probability of happening is that much. That's all about the probabilities in 4.2. Thanks for watching.